Drizzy and T-Money blasting off the map. Mic check one, we igniting the chat. Big thoughts, big laughs, real talk on tap. From the stars to your ears, it's a certified slap. We break limits, no rules, no fear. Dropping gems every week, loud and clear. Vibes interstellar, mind so clever. Tune in once, you'll be hooked forever. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride. Catch the wave, let the banter take flight. Brainstorm sparking through the depths of night. Underdogs talking, put the world in sight. All killer, no filler, just truth in the mic. Zone out, let the speakers combust. In a convo with hosts you can trust. Groundbreaking spins, no fine gold dust. It's a must, turn us up, adjust. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride.
Don't sneeze on me.
Sorry, T-Money.
Get the hell out of here, Drizzy.
Okay. Welcome back to the Don't Sneeze on Me podcast. What up, T-Money?
How's it going, Drizzy?
It's going pretty good, pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad. Just starting off this new year. So
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody. It's our first show of the new year.
Mm-hmm.
So hope everybody enjoyed their holidays and it's back to the daily grind.
Back to the grind. It's like, ooh, it was nice to have almost 2 weeks off work, and then to go back was a little rough. But, it's been good. It was good to have a nice little break.
Yeah, I mean, the holiday season always goes by so fast. So,
I know. Way too fast.
I think as a kid, it took forever to get here. And then as an adult, it just comes by so freaking fast. You're like, oh, my God.
Well, the years just fly by now. Like, you blink your eyes.
We're old, ladies and gentlemen.
We are. But, it's been really nice. And just like I said, getting back in the gist of things, de-Christmasing my apartment, put the tree away, stuff like that. So the cat has nothing to chew on anymore.
Nothing for it to choke on.
Yeah, so I feel like it's less cluttered in here. I can breathe.
See, my house looks like this all the time. Because,
I know. You don't decorate.
See,
it's the same thing year round.
See, I was done undecorating before you were.
Because you had nothing to decorate in the first place.
Bing, bang, boom, bop.
Bing, bang, boom, bop. But yeah, so I'll put up a few things for Valentine's Day just because I'm doing the brunch and stuff like that. But beyond that, it's kind of nice to go back to the norm in here and not just have a bunch of clutter everywhere. So it's just back to the mundane. Yeah.
Get a case of the Mondays.
Not yet. That'll be tomorrow. It's really funny though. Like the holidays are over now. Like my brain has nothing to do but just kind of like be idle and think about nothing in my free time. Now I'm not like stressed out about the holidays or like doing anything. So I've been thinking a lot about something that I haven't had in a too long. I don't want to say how long.
Cookies.
Yes. We'll call it cookies.
I love me some cookies.
Something that, it's been a minute. But, I've been thinking a lot about like my history with it, like all that, but like sex.
Oh my God.
What is that? I don't even know what that is anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, those with those Christian ears, cover them now. We're talking about sex. Oh no.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Well, I said, sometimes.
But not you and me.
Sorry. A little vomit in my mouth.
Yeah. So I was, I was thinking a lot about like my childhood and like how I was introduced to sex and what my history was with it and everything. And like, I don't know. I remember my first conversation with my mom, like I asked her what sex was when I didn't know what it was. And that was like obviously my first introduction to it because I heard the word, heard like the older kids at gymnastics joking about it and stuff like that, like say it or something. And then like I was on my way home and I was in first grade. I was first grade, so probably 6.
You're a young whore.
Yeah. Shut your mouth. There is no slut shaming on this show, mother
Mother
Anyways,
trucker.
anywho, so I asked my mom on the way home from gymnastics straight up. I was just like, "What's sex?" And my mom was so great about it. Like she gave me the talk, and it was amazing. Like she was so good, used the right terminology, and like just went through it. And she was like confident, factual. That's it. Like she didn't make it weird. She didn't hesitate. Like there was nothing weird about the conversation, and it was just like, "Oh, cool. Okay, now I know what it is," and that was it. And it's like I could always go to her with like any kind of questions and stuff like that growing up. Like that was a good thing. But like, how did I'm curious because I don't know if your parents were the same way as like open like that. Like I know that you kind of have a different kind of relationship.
Yeah, I didn't have any sort of conversation at all. I mean, my parents were very hands off with when it came to sexual stuff. Okay, I was trying to think. I was like, so it was after I had been overly. I mean, like I had sex ed and stuff like that, and I definitely didn't learn anything in sex ed. I mean, sex ed was literally like, dare for
Well, it was like, here's the ovaries, here's the testes.
It was like it wasn't
here's
like
a diagram of the reproductive organs.
it wasn't like actual sex ed.
No,
like,
you didn't learn about sex.
It was health class, so it wasn't really like. I mean, they had a sex ed type of thing, but I mean, it wasn't like. I mean, I don't think I really learned. Like it was like I think the one thing that stuck with it was like even if I think it was like if you don't come or like you pre-cum, like there's like
you can
sperm,
still get her pregnant. Yeah,
and then like even
that definitely stuck with me forever.
Even if you come and then you go back in after, like you can still get them pregnant and stuff like that. Like it was like stupid stuff like that I that I remember. But
not stupid, very important stuff.
Well,
actually.
Yeah, I mean, but it was like it was like stuff like that. Like my parents never had a conversation. They never like sat down and were like, "This is sex." This is like the conversation. I got shamed, kind of.
Oh,
yeah. Now, listen, I get it. When you first have sex as a teen or a young adult or whatever, like your parents are they would like you to wait probably as long as possible. I broke my virginity at 16, so I rode my bike to the mall because there was a CVS in there, and I bought condoms to be responsible, and had sex with a older person. And my mom found my condoms and like shamed me kind of for it. It was like, but it was like my mom and my dad, because like it was like my mom, like I knew she found them. I thought she was gonna be cool about it. Told my dad, and it was like kind of like we're not angry, we're just disappointed. And I was like,
but you were responsible.
I was like, yeah, that's what I said. I was like, in my mind, I was like, would you rather me doing it without condoms?
Yeah, the fact that you were actually like responsible about it and stuff like that, like that's good. They should be like proud of that.
Yeah, it was definitely like weird how I got introduced to sex. I mean, like, I think I looked at porn when I was like 12.
Yeah.
I mean, we got like high speed internet. Like, I know the website I went to was sex.com.
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 That was like a staple, I feel like. Because what else would you going to look up? Because we didn't know anything else.
No, you didn't know. Like, I mean, that's
you knew the word sex.
Yeah, you knew sex. So it's like you typed it in there, and that's before it became like, money pays and stuff like that. So it was all free. And I remember the porn I looked at. I mean, it was like it was a Wizard of Oz thing. Like, I know it sounds weird, but I mean, hey, it was pretty good. I actually years later I did try to find the original posting to see if I could like bring back the original memory.
I bet we could find it.
No way. I tried. It's because there's so many parodies of it that just comes up with like it's Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I mean,
and there's so many like home videos and all that kind of stuff nowadays online.
Yeah, exactly. So it didn't work.
So my friend and I growing up, I'll call her B. Her and I like found her parents' porn stash. They had like a trunk in their room, and it had a bunch of VHS tapes in it. So, and we were young, like, but they had a bunch of porn tapes in there, and I remember we watched one together, and it was only for a few minutes, and we're just like staring at the TV, like, what are we doing?
Like you saw the parents?
What?
You saw
No,
the
not the parents.
Okay. I was like,
No,
this is really
no.
weird.
They had their stash of like just porn videos that they had on VHS
okay. I thought it was
tapes.
like their porn.
No, so that was
okay.
like the
That makes
first
more sense.
porn that I watched, and it was like, okay, like this is kind of odd. I don't know what this is, But then, the first porn that I
Was
watched
it like
on my own.
softcore?
No, it was porn.
Oh, it was like
it was porn.
real good.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it wasn't like
Wasn't like
Skinamax.
Skinamax?
No, but
Yeah,
oh man, Skinamax is
everyone knows Skinamax.
love Skinamax. Skinamax is great. It was like just an easy peasy thing after dark, but on some Skinamax.
After was it like 11:30?
Yeah, and that popped on. But my mom and stepdad, because I was such a snooper growing up, like I want to know everything. I still am such a nosy person, but they had not like that, but like, but they had the Pam and Tommy Lee tape.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so I watched that.
Yeah,
I watched like the whole thing, and I was like freaking 12 maybe.
Yeah.
And I watched the entire Pam and Tommy Lee tape. Not bad. Not bad.
I didn't watch that tape until it was like years later, because but the only thing I remember about it, everyone always said, they said like Tommy has a big piece.
Yeah.
Like, so that's the only thing I ever knew about it. But I don't think I watched until years later, and like it was the same thing with like the Kardashian, like what's her face? Like I saw
Kim Kardashian,
and like the Paris Hilton thing. Like
Ugh.
I watched those years later.
Those aren't even like good,
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the view.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
when I was
but I don't
looking
know. I that to me just isn't like, I don't know, good.
But
porn.
I mean, Pam and Tommy was like the original.
Yeah, and they were like hot, both of them.
Yeah.
They were so hot. Like Tommy Lee, hot. He is like still hot. Like he's still, yeah, I don't know. There's like sex symbols. So like for them to do that and everything, but like going back and like hearing about how it was distributed and like what that did to her and everything.
VHS.
Yeah, but like the actual story of how it was distributed behind her back and all this stuff that came with it, like it's really messed up. So like hearing that kind of stuff.
I don't know if I ever heard that story.
Yeah, no. So it's like it's really, really, really messed up. But beyond that, like I started dating this guy when I was like 14, and I think I mentioned him in the previous episode when we talked about dating relationships. And it's the guy who murdered his wife and then killed himself. That guy, I mentioned him before. Huh? Yeah, they did mushrooms together, and yeah. Anyways, so when him and I were young, like I dated him when I was like 14, and he was a couple years older. He was my brother's like best friend, but he loved Jenna Jameson like so much, and that was when she was like when she was just starting to peak and wasn't quite mainstream. So he introduced me to her and like loved to watch her, but he loved porn in general and like would watch a lot of porn. But like that's someone who I'm like, okay, that's porn, like these big fake tits and like this bleach blonde hair, and they're like doing this like loud fake moaning.
See, I never liked that type of porn.
Well, then I was like, is that what guys like? They like that kind of fake, over the top shit.
No, I never liked that.
Well, that's what made me like start to think that like sex was very like performative. Like it had to be, you had to be like over the top and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know.
No, I was always into like amateur, like home movie type stuff. I mean, like I didn't want to watch like your parents doing it. Like that's, like,
no.
But I mean,
more
like,
natural.
Yeah, like where it's like natural, what you naturally look like. Because it's like when you first get introduced to porn, I mean, these guys are, rock hard abs, like they're chiseled out. They got like a 12-inch dong, and you're like,
but it's just not realistic.
Yeah, and it's like, like I remember like the first porns I actually watched, I think was Cinemax, and it was down on vacation with my parents and my brother. My brother introduced me to Cinemax.
Nice. Of course your brother did.
And we watched it in like I don't know, one of the bedrooms had like a TV. I remember that. And it's like, that's when I really first saw porn. Like, and it was like, it just, you didn't get to see anything because it's Skinamax. It's like you see only so much, but it was like it was still hot. I mean,
a lot of titties, little bush.
I mean, like it's better than trying to watch that Scrambled channel.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Everybody remembers the Scrambled channel.
I do. As a kid, my brother and I would be like, oh, we'd be like, there's a titty.
It's the best. The Scrambled channel.
It was more just like funny.
The Scrambled channel was the best after midnight because the scrambling wasn't as
yes,
bad.
it was better. It was better.
So
like
you got
the
to see a lot more
better.
of it, and but you could still hear the volume.
Mm-hmm.
So
you could hear the talking. You could hear all that.
I remember being in the basement watching that with friends. It's you're freaking like you're a horny young kid.
Yeah.
I mean, like it wasn't like today where like you can open up your cell phone and be like
literally find anything.
Yeah, it's like you look at porn. Like it's like you had to like before us it was like magazines, and when it got to us it was like there was some electronic stuff starting to go on. But you still had to search it out.
Oh my gosh, my stepdad had Playboys, and like when I was a teenager, I would take his Playboys.
I remember people used to say they had like stashes of it, like these huge stashes, like oh, if you're lucky, you'll be out in the woods and you'll find one. Like
oh my
it's
god,
like that was a holy grail.
Gross! I don't want one that's found in the woods. Well, disgusting.
Listen, like I mean, it was like you'd find out not like
the holy grail,
the holy grail of finding like like Playboys in like a stash.
Not in the woods.
Like listen, sometimes you raid a tree fort, and that's what they got in there.
I don't know. It's funny though, like how much it changes now. Like I would never go watch Jenna Jameson and be like, oh yeah, that's hot. Like
because it's not realistic.
Yeah, like I like people that like I'm like, oh, that they're fuckable and they're good looking. Like
because you want to be in the situation. Like if I
was
there, would this person fuck me?
Yes.
Like kind of. It's like okay, maybe I don't get the abs, but I'm close enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
you might find this interesting. I like stories. I like reading it. I like
you like to
reading
it?
porn. Not always, but sometimes I do like to read porn. I think it's hot.
So were you into like that 50 Shades of Grey stuff?
Yeah, I love the books. I hated the movies. They were just awful.
I think I saw one of the movies.
I thought the movies were awful, but I liked the books. They were, they weren't the best written novels ever, but they were hot.
It always reminds me of The Office when like Phyllis is listening to it in The Office. Yeah. I'm like, oh, but I mean, I've heard that
but I don't read a lot of like erotic novels.
I've read stuff before, but I mean I'm a visual person. I love visuals.
I like both.
Yeah. I like it. I think because I think also when I was younger I had a better imagination. Like now that I've seen it I'm like oh, I gotta like imagine this. This is not as much fun as when I'm reading it. I'm like it seems like a lot of work to do.
But a lot of like the stuff that I'll think about like the past personal experiences that I very much enjoyed. Absolutely. And like go back to like that, have things that picture in my head.
Memory burn.
Yeah.
Like things that like left a mark.
Oh yeah, big time. Like, and you're like that was
hot.
That was so hot. And that'll be the one that'll like take you right over.
And it's like, it's like surpassing a level. Like you did that, you're like, okay, I'm bringing that into another relationship. That was fucking great. So it's like each relationship you have, it gets a little bit better because you've tweaked what you want. Yeah. You're like, oh, I'm a fucking dirtbag horny motherfucker.
Well, I think it's funny too, like as we get older, how much more comfortable we are like just talking about what we want, like saying the things we want. Because I remember when I was younger and like, cause I would be very honest, I lost my virginity at 13. Like I shouldn't have, but I did. And like, so I started having sex very young. So my image of sex always ended up being like pleasing the guy. If I please the guy, then great. And like I never focused on myself. It was always performative. It was always very much like, it was believable. It wasn't like over the top, but like my goal was to like get them off. And my goodness, has that changed as I've gotten older? Because it's like, now it's like, no, me first, me first. Once I do, it's all you, boo, because then I'll keep going until you get there. But like, me first. And if I don't, like, you may not hear from me again.
Wait. You first? What do you mean you first?
I know you don't know what that means. Listen, you've never experienced that.
Women, there's this myth that women have an orgasm. We all know it's fake. We all know it's fake. There's no. It's guys for only. Women are just like they're just,
is that it? We're just there.
I mean,
we're just a hole.
I mean, I say it's a dumpster with legs. I mean, it's you can just jizz
this
into
is why
it.
You're single. This is why. See, I choose to be. Yeah,
just
you don't have a
saying,
choice. You don't
it's
have a
it's
choice.
you're about the same level as a tissue, you know?
Wow. Again, I choose this. You have no
the
choice.
the mythical female
Ay,
orgasm,
ay, ay.
the G spot, as they
Maybe
say,
one day you will
the
get lucky
G
enough to
spot,
provide an orgasm for
more
a
like a
woman,
no
but
spot, the no spot, you know,
the no
the
spot.
no spot.
Okay,
Yeah,
no square.
that's the butthole.
Gross. Stop. Stop.
Sorry.
Stop.
No, but I mean, I get it. I mean, I think as my view of sex from when I was younger was very distorted. I
Mhm.
mean, like like, you know, I thought like, oh, if you don't go a half hour, like, you know, you're a freaking pussy.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to
you
like
have to be
go
you have to be able to go,
forever.
you have to be able to put the
Oh my
hours
God.
in, like, you know, like,
What's so funny
and
is like
it's like women don't want that. They want, like, I think
boom boom.
I honestly think at the 10-minute mark, the girl's gonna be like, is it me? Like, am I not getting you off at, like, I mean,
Yeah, because I'll be really honest,
because
like
if it feels
it's
good, a guy's gonna get off pretty
yes.
quickly.
Well, the thing is too, like if I am ready, if I'm warmed up and I'm good and like the guy's hot and I'm like, you know,
Well, I mean,
if
there's
I'm
foreplay.
really
Yeah.
turned on in this situation, like typically when I have sex, I will come very quickly and then keep going. So it's like
Well, yeah, I
I
mean,
like
that's the difference with women.
I
Like, they
would
can
much
have
rather
multiple
I would much rather have an awesome quickie even
Mhm.
than like 30 minutes to an hour of fucking. Like, and sometimes 30 minutes is fun, but no,
I
it's
mean,
so long.
but yes, but also I've also heard this from women. Like, sometimes they're like, it gets sore after a while.
It does.
Like,
It does.
especially in worst case scenario. Sometimes, I mean, it does happen. Women dry up,
Yeah.
and then if you keep going, you have to keep kind of rubbing to get it kind of going again.
Well, yeah, you
But
have to
that
like
rubbing
restart.
in between
It's
is like rug
fun.
burn rubbing.
Yeah, it's
like,
not fun.
It's like, so. I mean, I think quality over quantity.
100%. That's
Like,
always been my
I mean,
thing.
like, as I said, like, there should be foreplay.
Yeah.
You gotta warm, you know. It's like, you gotta, you know, as they say,
You have to warm each other up. You
Well,
got to
I'm
get
saying,
each other there, you know?
it's kind of like what they say in American Pie, and I hate to age myself,
No,
but
do it.
you gotta heat up the oven before you stick the turkey
Yes,
in.
you do.
Like, you know, that's what she said at band camp, and then she stuck the
A
trumpet
flute.
up his
Yeah,
ass.
yeah. And it was
I mean,
just, yeah, it's
not that
great.
just because I happen to play trumpet doesn't mean that I did that. But I
Oh,
mean,
you did.
you got to sometimes you gotta, you know, you have tighter lips in the back. You know,
Oh my
that's what I'm
God.
saying.
I'm scared. I am scarred now.
I'm just saying,
But
like,
yeah.
but I mean, honestly, it's like, you know, I think my view of sex is just, it's different. Like, I mean, because as a kid, I mean, so this is how I view sex. You have to be with somebody that's a little bit more experienced than you. I guess you could be with somebody that's a lot more experienced than you, but I mean, I feel like that's a little bit more experienced with you because they kind of open up your boundaries a little bit, like kind of push the limit, like, of what you're comfortable doing, and then you kind of experiment. You're like, oh, I did like that, or ew, take your tongue out of my ass, like, I didn't like that, like, you know, kind of stuff.
There
Like,
there was this guy that like kind of changed it for me. And it was when I was I don't know, I was younger than I am now, obviously. But I was like 17, 18, and he was older than me. And
like, significant.
not like crazy, but he was older than me.
Okay.
So, but when we hooked up, it was just different. It was all focused on me. And he did things like just before, just even the way that we spent time together, he did things that like no one ever did that like just mentally stimulated me there. So it was like just really took his time and all this, a lot of teasing and blah blah blah, blah. Like, and it was just so unique, and I think that's what changed it to me. I'm like, that's what like changed my perspective on it.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be honest. When I lost my virginity, it was to somebody that was older. I think I've had that preference, I guess you could say. I mean, I've always leaned a little bit towards some older women. Like, that's never bothered me. I think because I like having the mental stimulation along with it.
Yeah.
Like, I like being able to have a conversation and joke around and stuff like that. And it's like, because that makes me more attracted to you.
Absolutely.
And then like, I also like to push the boundary where it's like, I want to know. But I mean, I've dated younger people too. But it's like, you need to keep me interested in other stuff besides outside of sex, because especially as I gotten older, because I'm like, maybe as I was younger, I was like, oh, sex, 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 sex,
But
sex.
that's not it.
But now it's like, okay, sex, this time, and it's like,
you have to
okay,
be able to talk to this person.
we're gonna go out on Saturday, and I need to be able to not like drive you nuts in the car, or
Good luck with that.
Listen, just because I drive you nuts, but it's like, yes, I'm a little annoying. I said that to any girlfriend I've ever had, but I also know when to push the stop button, pretty much. So see, Drizzy is giving me a look right now because I annoy her as a friend. There's a difference between annoying her as a friend and annoying her as a girlfriend. If as a friend, yes, I'm gonna annoy the fuck out of you.
Oh my
because
God.
you deserve it. You
annoy
fucking
the fuck
deserve
out of
it.
me. I love you, but you annoy
Yeah,
the fuck out of me. But I love you. But I
yeah.
annoy the fuck out of you too. So
Yeah,
it's fair. It's fair.
Even trade.
It's fair. Anywho.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, as I was saying, I think sex is just it changes as you get older because you are looking for more, and it's like, listen, you want to have, yes, when you're young, fucking enjoy yourself, man. Like, have a great time, do what you're gonna do. Be careful as much as you can be careful, but I mean, also, stretch your boundaries a little bit. Like,
Try things.
Try things. You
Yeah.
have to. Like, I think that's what I've learned as I've gotten older. Is
Don't
like,
just like
I
fuck to
like,
come.
yeah, I
and
like certain,
instantly.
I like doing
try
certain things. Like, I'm into a little more risky stuff. Like, listen, because it's fun. It's like, but it's, I also know what I'm not into. Like, you have to communicate that, whether you're with a longtime girlfriend, I guess not even a one night stand, but I mean, like, somebody that you're seeing, like, you got to communicate what you like, what you don't like, what turns you on, because everyone's turn ons are different. It's like, what makes you be like, oh, I want to talk to that person again, on top of, sex, but what else does that person bring to the table?
Yeah.
It's
What's like, I'm very curious.
Okay.
What is like the one thing that you're into that's like, that is more risque? You don't have to say like
Okay.
everything, but like give me an example of like one thing that you're like into that maybe surprised you until you tried it.
So the one risky thing that like really surprised me is like missionary. I mean, missionary is like such
It's great.
It's like it's.
But that's not risky at
I know-
all. But
I
it's
know, I'm
great.
joking. No. Risky.
But missionary is great though.
Risky stuff. I'm not really into missionary, but I don't know.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it depends.
Sometimes.
It depends. Risky stuff. I would say like public stuff, like
Okay.
not like where like people are watching. Like not, I'm not into that. Like that, but like. I guess like it was an exhibitionism, not voyeurism. Like
Okay.
exhibitionism, like where you're like hiking and you
Yeah.
find that secluded spot,
Mhm.
or like you I don't know, you go out to dinner and like you're like, I don't know, you just find like a back, like a little alley
like, fool
area,
around
like
really
like
quick.
a fool around, like something like that, like heat up the oven a little bit, like, get
Mhm.
yourself going. It's like that will transfer over to the car ride home, and then the car ride home, it's like by the time you get home, like you'll be like.
You're gonna pounce on each other.
Yeah, you're gonna pounce on each other. It's like so that kind of stuff. I didn't think I was gonna be into that, but it's not like I said, I'm not like doing it in front of people.
Yeah,
it's like,
no,
it's like doing it where you're not
flirty,
supposed to
yeah.
be, but also where you're still private.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff. Didn't think I was gonna like that. I'm pretty much into it. So I guess like
I think
it's
that's pretty common though for that like that heat
Yeah.
up, like because it's a little risque, a little like,
like you're being
Yeah.
naughty where you're not supposed
and
to
you're
be
like
naughty.
looking around like nobody notices, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yes, I know. I got
It's
you.
like you got to do something like that. Like I said, yes, maybe it's not that's super risky, but also
It is a little bit though. It can
because
be.
if you get caught, one of two
depending
things
on what
happens.
you're doing.
They can call the cops on you.
They
That's
could.
that's one thing.
if you're
but
doing something
also,
cray cray, yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes I like to do that cray cray.
Mhm.
Sometimes you gotta go to that
It
level.
happens.
But at the same time, it's like I also don't want to get us caught, so I'm like a little bit, I'm
Yeah,
cautious.
yeah.
It's like when you're an older adult, you don't want to get caught.
No, you
because
don't,
that would
because
be
things are
embarrassing.
permanent.
Yeah,
Things are permanent.
That would be embarrassing. What about yourself?
I had hooked up with someone that I kind of had just like very sexual pull towards, not someone I'm like
Mhm.
traditionally attracted to, but like I wanted to hook up with him. I just knew, I'm like, this is going to be something great. And this
Mhm.
was probably when I was like 19 maybe. And I just like texted him. I was like,
Mhm.
do you wanna? And he's like, yeah, I'll come pick you up. I was like, cool, okay.
Oh, you were like right out with it.
Yeah. I was very much. I like texted him. He came over. He picked me up from poker night, and we went to his house. And can I be like super inappropriate
Go
here?
right ahead.
All right, it was like a Coke can. It was like
Oof.
humongo mumbo jumbo. But he,
I mean, aren't we all? I mean, let me correct my response. They're not oof. Like, oh yeah. I mean, I know what that looks like.
Yeah, of course. It was wild. It was wild. I hadn't seen anything like that at that age.
Oh,
But he had like some leather paddles and things like that, and some like
like dom stuff.
Yeah, and he paddled the shit out of me, and I loved it. I fucking loved it, and ever since then,
Oh, so you're definitely a sub.
oh my god, oh, but not just yes, but I'm a brat. I'm a bratty sub.
I don't know what that means.
I talk a lot of shit, and I run my mouth, and I'm not like super obedient. So,
Okay.
but anyways, but now I kind of, this sounds very dramatic, and please, but I like
Paddling.
to be,
Slapped around?
slapped around a little bit. I do.
I'll slap you around
I
right
do.
now.
You won't do anything.
I'll just slap
You
right
will
in the-
do nothing
right
to
in the
me.
freaking mouth.
You will do
Just-
absolutely
you don't shut the
nothing
hell
to
up.
me.
It's right in the mouth. Just need to teach you a
You
lesson.
do anything, I press charges. But
teach you right a lesson right there.
you do anything, you go to jail. But that was something that just surprised me as I've gotten older, and like in my more like post marriage escapades, like post divorce escapades, like I have definitely been able to meet people that provide that for me, and
I feel like
it's great.
I feel
Just
like-
rougher. I just like
I feel like
more
that's
rough.
not an unusual thing. So I've been with a couple
Yeah.
girls that have been like, they're into that choking stuff. Like
oh, I love to be choked.
you have to figure it out because the
You
first
have to
girl,
know the right way to
well,
choke.
the first girl that like asked me to do it, I was like, you could tell I had I felt like I was gonna like.
You don't want to crush the
Yeah,
windpipe. You gotta. It's the arteries
outside,
and the veins.
the outside.
Yeah.
Like
You
like,
wanna
you
cut off
gotta
that.
really know what you're doing, and plus you gotta also know your strength. You gotta know like
you have
I-
to have a like. I would
Yeah.
you do a tap. You do something, and like you have to be very vigilant. Like
I
it's,
mean,
you got to be careful.
It's very. I mean, you gotta really know that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Like, I mean,
But choking, spanking, all that
Now-
kind of stuff. Like yeah.
I always ask
Yeah.
this. I'm like, do you think that's because our generation was the generation that got spanked by their parents?
I barely got spanked, so I can't. But like I don't know what it is.
People always
but
like, oh yeah, our generation got spanked. That's why we all enjoy it. I'm like, that's creepy. I'm
I mean,
like-
maybe that's why I got my ass tattooed, because I'm just like, yeah. But
Give me
get
some.
it. So,
Uh,
but no, it's funny. Like as you get older, to like when I was younger, I didn't feel comfortable being like, oh yeah, it's like slap, like hard, like spank my ass hard, stuff like that. But like now,
Give it to me hard.
now I'm like, I just feel like I can be so much more direct with what I want and like things like that. So
Now, is it like more direct or like you don't have time to fool around? Like, let's get this going.
no, I think it's more of a confidence thing. I don't think it's a get
Mm.
this going. I'm like, I am more able to say like, that's what I want. Do that. Like,
Okay, so here's an embarrassing question. Have you ever like been really attracted to some guy, like was really having a good time with them? They went back and it was like itty bitty.
oh, more than once.
Where you're like,
Oh my gosh.
you were unpleasantly surprised. Like he took it out, and you were like, oh.
So I'll talk.
Okay.
I'll talk about one that the one that really surprised me, and it was this guy that I had. Like we were hanging out, and he was like super tall and just like
That's unusual.
yeah, like he was like a tall guy, and like he was really cute and all this stuff. And then like the first
Was he
time,
lanky or was
not
he like
that lanky. He wasn't
okay,
like
so he
super scrawny.
Like weirdly
No,
tall.
no,
Okay.
no, no, no. I'm not into like super scrawny guys. I've
Okay.
never been into scrawny dudes. But it was like a thumb. It was
Oh,
like so
no.
small. Yeah.
So
and
did-
literally,
now,
can I tell you something?
Do you
so
have to like fake your
hold on.
like
Wait, can I tell you? When we did it, I was like, "Are you in?"
no?
Like I'm
That's
not.
like the worst question.
I'm not even kidding. Like, and I
Oh,
know
that's
that
the
sounds
worst
like I'm like
question.
kidding, but I'm not. I thought it was like his finger or something.
But like do you
I
have to
literally- it felt like his
fake
finger.
like surprise, like oh that looks nice. Like,
No,
or-
I
or
did-
Did
I
you
did-
fake
I
it?
mean,
Did
I
you show
didn't.
disappointment.
I was just kind of like, okay, like I was, yeah, I didn't, I really didn't go long. We didn't have sex again after that. We kind of stopped hanging out after that. I couldn't do it.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. So
That's a rough one.
yeah, that's okay though.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I said I've had experiences where like
Plenty
so
other cocks in the hen house.
You can like I said, I mean I've always I will say in my older age I'm not as desirable from some of these women anymore. But in my younger age I could swing with the best
You
of
had a
them.
little bit of game.
I was also a lot more confident. Now it's like I can't tell your ages anymore, man. I'm sorry.
It's hard to tell.
It's really
It's
because
really
like
hard to
there
tell.
like I said I am a single individual. I
Yeah.
go to a gym and there are some females in there that are very attractive, but it's hard to you gotta have some guts to walk to
Yeah,
so
you
many
do,
gyms
especially in the
because
gym
because the
because,
gym because they have to take off
well,
their headphones.
a lot of the times women don't want to be talked to in the
Exactly.
gym too. So
Exactly.
it's like
So
that's a hard place
but
until you get to know them on a regular basis. Like,
but it's impossible to tell ages now. I mean, like
yeah.
the only way I can actually tell ages, and right now is the worst time because all the college kids are home.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to wait till after January when everybody goes back to
Everybody goes
school,
back.
and then you're like, okay, these people work.
Yeah.
These people work every day.
These
okay,
are
these
adults.
these are adult people.
Yeah.
And then you're still like, 20s.
You still don't know.
Maybe
You still don't know.
30s. And it's like, and I think that's positive. It's just women just look younger. It's
Yeah.
it's a good thing, and yes, makeup does help with that. But at the same time, I guess as I get older, it's like I have confidence, but I also don't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm 23. Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. You're like probably like, oh yeah, we're gonna stop this conversation.
Mhm.
You have a good job. You have a good day. Enjoy your toys. I'm gonna go home,
Ugh.
and I'm never gonna come back to this gym.
You know what
ever
I
again.
think, like, kind of, I don't know, just society is like really messed up dating and like the ideas of sex, though, nowadays is like because we're so inundated. We are, sex is
Inundated with
everywhere.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, because you have like OnlyFans. So it's literally everywhere, all over social
so easy to
media. You get the
access.
pop ups everywhere, all these fake accounts, all this stuff literally everywhere. Like, and it's not realistic. That's the thing. Like,
Well,
what
I
you're
mean,
seeing is not.
I mean, we've gotten to the point now where AI is making fake
Oh my
porn. Like, I mean,
gosh.
there's like a there's
And
a,
some of it you really just can't tell.
some of it you can't tell, but they also have like those AI robots that are on your phone that'll talk back to you. Now it's like
Mhm.
we are going down a dark path of like no reproduction ever.
Yeah. I don't know.
mean,
And it's hard to find someone who is relatively normal-ish nowadays too.
oof,
Like,
don't even-
I
don't
don't know.
even wanna
Everybody's
know.
nuts.
Freaking weirdos.
Weirdos. Everybody.
Weirdos or
This is why I've
or-
chosen celibacy. This is why.
honestly, weirdos.
I will
or,
probably
like,
break that soon, but, like, this
will
is why I've chosen
never-
this.
Will never, respond to you on messages, which I don't get. Why on these dating apps stuff you're not gonna respond to people?
Yeah,
I understand that women get inundated with guy messages,
we do.
but I mean, come on.
We do.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that I think sex is too easily accessible now. I think that also creates a false narrative of what people males. I will take the shot on this one. Males think sex is supposed to be like.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes I see these guys that are like with these girls, and you're like, oh, you're like, what, really? Like, you're with that dude, like, out of everybody. I mean, I don't know him. Maybe he's incredibly nice, but sometimes you're like, you just can tell you're like douchebag. And I mean,
Well,
I think
yeah.
even girls can tell that. Like, sometimes when you look at a guy, you're like, maybe that's what looking at my dating profile, and I'm like, a douchebag.
Douchebag. And
but
that's why nobody likes it.
exactly. I mean, it just really is. I mean, like I said, I was, I experienced sex as a young age, at 16. I mean, you said you were 13. I mean,
Yeah.
we were young, but I think I built.
The guy was 16 and he was a virgin.
But I'm saying, like, I think I
yeah.
built into it. Like, you did a little bit extra, a little bit more. You dated somebody a little bit more, and then you kind of found your rhythm. Maybe decided to do a couple other things.
Yep.
You're like, okay, it's like you grew into it. It's like now it's like
You tried some things,
I-
like some things you like, some things maybe just weren't for you. Like,
I don't know.
that's okay.
I don't know if sex would I don't know. I feel the younger generations must just have like a really odd idea of what sex is.
I don't even want to know. Like,
mean-
I don't even, I can't,
And
I
you
can't
literally
imagine.
can pay to have somebody just take their clothes off for you now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's
You can,
like-
like, one click of a button and you're talking to someone who's going to
I
come
mean,
over.
I had a debit card at like 16, so it's like I could just been like whoop.
Yeah.
Like I was
You
I mean,
can.
I wasn't.
You
listen,
can just call somebody and they can come right over for you.
Listen, I mean, in high school, I was not the ladies' man that am
Oh
now.
yes,
Just like, but I
yeah,
mean,
they're
like
everywhere.
in high school, I wasn't. It's like it's you have to figure yourself out, and I don't know. I mean, I think
Yeah.
sex is just very I think it's I don't I think there's a very unreal expectation for it, like and like even I think even as adults, there's some unreal expectation.
I think so. Like like I said, I was very young. I had a lot of male interest growing up, a lot, and I very much enjoyed it. And
Hmm.
like I don't regret any of it at all. Like I gave me the experience and it helped me find exactly what I want and what I like and all that kind of stuff. So like and I had a great time as well. Like, do I recommend it for others? No.
Are you able to identify those red flags now really
Oh,
easily?
yes. Yes. And
Even
red flags,
as
I run. One red flag, I'm out the door.
even as the dating generation has changed, like do you still recognize them like
Oh
sometimes?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. There was this I was talking to somebody over Christmas on a dating app and like it just there were red flags that were like popping up left and right all of a sudden I was just like nope, nope. And I was like I sent a quick
Mhm.
message, block 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 block. And it was yeah, no, I don't the second I see something or notice something that's off or makes me feel uncomfortable, it just doesn't sit right with me.
Mhm.
I very much go with my gut cuz my gut is usually right with that. So,
Mhm.
yeah, but red
Yeah.
flags. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
red flags.
Men are red flags.
I mean, listen. I mean,
Women are too. It's
dating
okay.
dating a woman is no easier. I
No,
mean, I
it's
said
not.
it really comes down to the pilot in the box. It's like it's like I hate to say it like that, but I mean, I've been on dates where I thought it was going well. Obviously, it wasn't. I've been on dates where I'm sure they thought it was going well, and I was like,
Mhm.
oof. I was like, this one was. I need to steer left of this.
I went on this date once with this guy, and like afterwards, I messaged him and I was like, I don't want to go on another date. It was nice meeting you, blah, blah, blah. I was just not even a little bit
Hmm.
interested. And then he, like, a month later, like, Facebook messaged me, like, you fucking bitch, blah, blah, blah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, red flags everywhere. So, no, it's, I'm very picky about who I choose to spend my time with as well. Like, so if I'm gonna pick someone to spend time with, it's gonna be somebody quality,
Hmm.
someone who
Now
I want to be around.
let me ask you this
What?
because some people do this and some people don't.
Hmm.
I personally enjoy these, but do you do like sexting and stuff like that?
I honestly like I'll participate in it, but like
Hmm.
I'm typically won't prompt it. Like
Hmm.
I'd rather
You
you
don't want
just
like an
come home.
unsolicited dick pic.
Well, if he sends it, like I'm not gonna, I'm gonna reciprocate. I'm gonna send something back. Like, but does it do it for me? Does
I
that
heard
get
that's
me
what I heard.
off?
I heard that women
No,
that
I
that
do
does
it for
nothing
the
for
guy.
women.
No,
Like
no, I
women are
will.
like, eh.
Yeah, I'll do it for the guy, but it doesn't do
Mm.
anything for me. But also, like, I'm not just gonna send a random dude some naked pictures of me. I'm too old for that shit. Like, no, because I don't trust anybody with anything that I
Uh,
send. So we
no
better be
faces.
we better be in a relationship or something like yeah, like you're not getting my face,
Uh,
there's certain things you're not seeing, like all
mhm.
that kind of stuff. Because if you want to see it, come see it in person. That's what I tell them.
That's
You
true.
want to see it? I'm right here. Come see it in
I
person.
mean, I'm not gonna lie. I said I like sexting stuff because sometimes it's like in the middle of the day when you're at
Well,
work and
flirty, chatty,
you're
like
like
that kind of stuff. Yeah, like
I
I'll
mean, yeah, like in
participate
the middle of the like
100%.
I said, if you're in the middle of the day at work and stuff, and suddenly you're like, oh shit,
Well, it's
like that,
preheating the
those are
oven.
titties.
And
Like
no,
you're
I do like a little bit,
like,
like talking about what you want to do to each other, that kind of stuff, like what you're going to do later. Like I like that because it does preheat the oven.
Mhm.
It's like it just gets you like thinking about later, like oh okay, yeah, like let's do that, like
Mm.
but mostly if it's like a full sexting conversation because we're out of town from each other, something like that, we can't see each other. Like
Mhm.
it's for him.
Oh,
It's for
okay.
him. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I always enjoyed that part. I mean, I think that, I mean, our generation, I think, was the first generation to really enjoy that because we got cell phones.
yeah, we were the
I mean,
first to text.
yeah, first cell phones,
We
first
were the first to
images.
text. Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
it's like we were
My
the first,
fucking Nokia.
we were the first ones trading pics back and forth, and then suddenly you send one pic and you're like, ooh,
Yep.
hello. You're
Yep.
like, that is, those are panties.
That's yeah. No,
And
it's
they're
like
not on
wow,
anymore.
this is
You're
new.
like, this is great.
This is brand new. But you know, I don't know. It's funny. Like I've evolved so much in like what I don't like, what I'm willing to, what I'm not, like where my, absolute like hard lines are and like the stuff that I'm like, you got
Mm.
to do that or you got to go. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's certain things that that you have gotten in the past. You're like, that's kind of like a norm. Like,
yeah.
like
I'm
come
like,
on,
this is
like
now you got to be able to do
yeah,
this.
you gotta kind of
I've had
participate in
guys that
this.
were like nervous to like spank my butt. And I'm just like, dude, just just a
Mhm.
little, just make just a little noise would be good. Just a,
I see.
anything.
As I like the wind up, like that running start. So it's like it hits so hard that
Yeah.
like you can't walk for a week.
Yeah. Handprint
Oh,
there.
absolutely. Like it's
Absolutely.
like
Make it worth it.
blistered hand.
If you're
Like
going to do it, do it right.
Exactly. See, I mean, you can make them so they can feel
Yeah.
it.
Get it. But yeah. So maybe one day I'll have sex again. Maybe not. But as of now, I'm taking a break. So
Mm,
yeah,
well,
maybe one day we'll have another chat about it. But on that note, that's
yeah.
pretty much it. That's all I got.
Listen, I mean, I said I think everybody has learned, their yays and nays for sex,
Absolutely.
especially as as you've gotten older, and like, I mean, I get it. But if you have any good sex stories, people, please drop us a message. We'll be happy to respond back to you. But
Would love to hear
yeah,
about.
we'd love to hear about your first times or like the
If you had a funny
weirdos.
one,
Yeah, if you got a
that'd
good
be
one.
great to hear.
Let's see. Let's share some stories with each other because I mean I'm sure Drizzy and myself could use the entertainment
Absolutely.
and we'll open up a little bit more to you guys. So.
100%.
But from everybody here at the Don't Sneeze on Me podcast, this is T Money dropping the mic.
We out.